Marvin, there's not a game for the Pro Bowl, but it still means so much in locker rooms around the NFL. Why is that?
I think it's a huge accomplishment for not only the player but also the team just to have those players. And I think it's a really cool event they host, and just to be around. I mean, last year just to be around guys like Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, is pretty cool, especially as a rookie. But I think it's a really special thing for a lot of players in the league.
So you made it 2 years in a row as return specialist. You want to be there as a receiver one day?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. That'd be great, but making a return specialist is great. But, one day hopefully I can make it as a receiver.
You and Von Miller, those guys who made it their first 2 years in Broncos history, what does it mean to you to be in that category?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I saw that this morning, and any time I can be recognized in the same stat as him, I mean, it's amazing. He was a great player for this organization, this franchise, and even to this day, people talk about him, and it's always positive things. So just to be recognized in the same kind of area as him is always a special thing for me.
Marvin, as a receiver, you are really taking a step recently as well. What's allowed you to take that step if you haven't over yards this past week?
Yeah, I think most of it is just like the opportunities and just making the most out of them. I mean, that's a huge thing for receivers around the league. It's just when you get that chance, make the most out of it, and then you'll start to get more. And I think I'm starting to see that as the season goes along. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that go into different game plans, different personnel, different people. And I just think lately, I've been hitting my stride on certain plays and certain opportunities. I've been making the most out of them.
Mark, what goes into the mental organization to kind of compartmentalize all the different roles and responsibilities you have in a given week? Is that a system for you mentally that evolves over time, or do you have a pretty tried and true way that you keep all this stuff straight?
Yeah, I think at first, it's a kind of a tough thing to do. At first it was, they kind of started me off little by little with running back stuff, and then now it's growing as the season goes along. And honestly, it's just kind of memorization for the most part. And, we got here in the practice field, they see things they like, they see things they don't like, things change over time. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of, just memorization, the receiver, running back, return stuff. And just at the end of the day, it's really just being a playmaker and making plays out of certain situations. It's never just perfect, picture perfect. But at the end of the day, you just got to take what's there.
What did you do to fight any kind of discouragement that might have arrived early in the season when those snaps weren't necessarily coming in as you guys are figuring things out? Is that leaning on people? How do you just kind of fight whatever that might be?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was just knowing it's a long year, and especially offensively with Bo being so young at the beginning of the season, there's a lot to figure out, especially we had Troy and Bailey too. So just having a young team and young guys in key situations, there's a lot to figure out as far as personnel goes. I think a big thing for me was also being able to do the return stuff. That's ever since my rookie year, that's been a huge thing for me, just letting me go out there and play ball, make a play out of nothing. But at the end of the day, just kind of staying true to it. At the end of the day, it's a long season. You just got to keep your head up, keep going, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be the one guy who kind of pouted, all that stuff, and then when he finally gets his opportunities, he doesn't make the most out of it.
Marvin, when the coaches first approached you about playing a little bit of running back or at least playing in that role back there, what was your initial reaction from that?
I thought they were crazy. Me being 180 going back there, but it's been cool. It's been fun. It's a different look. Me being back there staring to the eyes of linebackers, it's certainly different, but it's a lot of fun. I think it serves a lot of mismatches, but I'm just happy to see it kind of grow and me doing different things. But I say that first, it's a very wild thing, something I didn't expect at all.
When you get touches that close to the line of scrimmage, do you think that helps open you up down the field because guys can't play off as much? How does that work?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a strong mixture of just our screen game has looked a lot better this year. Running the ball, being in the backfield, being able to come out on routes. It's tough for them, whether they want to zone it. Some teams have decided to blitz it. And then other teams, some teams want to drop edges off, try to cover me and stuff like that. But it's definitely something teams have to prepare for coming to the game. So I think that's a huge plus for us, just giving them something extra to think about. And just the continuation of me doing different stuff in the backfield has helped us a lot.
Marvin, I think it seems like your chemistry with Bo, your trust with Bo getting stronger as the season goes on. How important was that to you to become his best friend as the season continues?
Yeah, I think you can kind of see it go along. In that last catch in the Bengals game, I think the big thing, I think honestly, I was the only option on that play. If you just look at the all 22, Vele's on a quick out, and then me just being having a deeper route, him having time to just kind of throw it up, and then me making a play, it's all great things for him. But, I mean, we talk about in the receiver room all the time, just trying to make his job as easy as possible, especially with play calls and stuff like that. I mean, every team kind of essentially gets to the same play, but we have different motions, different sets, all that different stuff, and just make the job as easy as possible for him. I think that's been the main goal of the receiver room this year, and I think we've been doing a pretty good job at it. There's some low times, there's some high times, just like every other team in the NFL, but just as much as we can help Bo, the better we'll be as a team as possible.